Good morning, everyone. It is the morning of day 13. I'm looking like crap, but that's okay. I'm in the woods. It was cold last night. It was freaking cold. Um, I'm glad I brought my winter quilt and liner. That's the only thing that made it bearable last night. It was down in the 30s, and woke up this morning. My fingers are definitely cold, but we're almost ready to get going. Once we get moving, it shouldn't be too bad. But we stayed at a shelter. It's actually a dual shelter. There's an old one that was built in, I guess, 1939, and then a newer one. But we camp and we used our tent and hammock, as we always do. And a little disappointed this morning. Again, I don't know why it bothers me, but I had 3 youngsters come in. I guess they're down at the shelter, but none of the 3 used the bear box. It's possible they hung their food bags, but no, that's not what they did. And I can't emphasize for the people that are going to be coming out here how important it is to either hang your food bag or put your food in a bear box. It's right here. I mean, all you got to do is open the lid, put your food in there, and close the lid. It's a simple thing. And that simple thing that you're not doing could cost a bear his life. And to me, that's irresponsible. I'm starting to feel like the young people are just, they're not getting it. I don't know what I can do there's nothing I can do. They're going to do what they're going to do. But if they are the reason that a bear is euthanized, then that's on them. But it just pisses me off. Just laziness. But anyways, here's what it is. We're packing up. We'll be out of here in just a few minutes, and it's going to be a warmer day. So we'll see what happens. All right, cool. Talk to y'all down the trail.
This is going to be a drag to have this plugged in. There we go.
What a beautiful sight to wake up to in the morning. I love it. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so we're almost 2 miles into our hike. Stephanie is going to drop a little bit behind me. She's going to readjust some of her gear. But we're doing pretty good. We've had not a hard uphill, but an uphill that woke us up this morning. That's for sure. I can't remember how far we're going today. We're going to a stealth site. It won't be at a regular camping site or shelter. And my fall yesterday, when I got in my tent last night, I broke out my little first aid kit and tried to scrub the dirt and whatnot off my strawberries as best I could. Put some antibiotic ointment on it, and I'm good to go. Yeah, it's just, I was telling Stephanie, her navigator, this morning, that it just reminds me of back in my softball days when I'd come home from every game with strawberries on my elbows, knees, and sometimes my chest. So same thing, no biggie. That's good. Those are the kind of falls that scare you, because if you fall on a rock or a root that's sticking up, very easy, with all that weight coming down from your pack on top of you, it'd be very easy to break an arm and really hurt yourself. So I'm fortunate I did not do that. I'll be careful here. It's not wet like it was the other day, but I won't take any chances. When we left camp this morning, it was about 42 degrees. Last night it got down to probably mid 30s. It was chilly, but it was toasty warm. Had my puffy on, had my thermals, lower thermals on, and inside my liner and my camping quilt, which is a 20-degree quilt. I was toasty warm most of the night. A couple times I kind of came up from under it, got a little cold, woke up. But overall, I probably got, I don't know, 9-10 hours sleep last night. So that was good. I think we both needed it. Yeah, Stephanie's catching me now. But yeah, the next time I do a video clip, I'll kind of tell you. I think we're doing, I don't know, it's somewhere between 10 and 12 miles. I don't remember what. So, not a big deal. It's a glorious morning out here. The sun is shining. The sky is just a bright blue. And it's warming up. It's already up to 50 degrees last time I checked. I took off my raincoat and my hoodie. That was keeping me warm. And now I'm just cruising along. So it's all good. Just let y'all enjoy the trail for a few minutes. When I fell yesterday, you see that root right there? That's the kind of root I hit. I hit with my toe, and unlike here, it was in a section of the trail that was just very muddy, and I didn't see it. It was camouflage. It looked just like the mud, and I mean I hit it mid-step with my toe, and I mean immediately face down. Very lucky I didn't get hurt. But anyways. That's gone. I'll be more careful today. Everything's dried out. You can see all the leaves in the trail. They hide things. Rocks, roots, the mud hide things, like the roots like yesterday. And gotta stay focused. If you don't, you're gonna fall. And it's even more important at the end of the day when you're tired and you're dragging your feet a little bit. It's hard to pick up your feet all the way. What a beautiful morning. Wednesday night we're gonna stop at a town called Dalton and spend the night there, get off trail, get my stuff cleaned up and my rain pants patched up. Hard to do out here. They're still muddy and oops. All right, I'm gonna have to stop for a minute. My shoes come on. All right, sorry about that. I had to stop and tie my shoe. Shoes are weird on me this year. I don't know if they've changed the design of them a little bit, but the one on my left foot, if I tie it too tight, it hurts the top of my foot, so I can't have that too tight. The one on my right, the eyelet for the heel lock, it's almost breaking. And I had that happen on the last pair that I used, and that's not cool. I think Ultra has changed something in their production process, probably trying to make them cheaper, like everybody, like every other corporation, cheaper, smaller, and more expensive. So, terrain for the next couple miles, it's going to be pretty much like this, mostly downhill, but I'm in a little uphill section now. Doesn't look like we have anything major today. One possibility of a downhill that could be a little sketchy, but as long as it's dry, it's not a big deal. But when you try to boulder scramble on these big wet boulders, it's just flat out dangerous. So we've got to be very careful. I meant to look to see how far we're going today, and I didn't, because it just doesn't matter. We're running between 10 and 12 miles a day, and it fits the terrain. Oops. Oh, there she is. I don't want to get too far away ahead of Navigator, but as long as I can see her, she can see me. Oh, it's good. Yeah, last year we would get a mile or two ahead of each other or behind each other. It was no big deal because she had her son with her. And let's get real. It's not like I can out hike her. Not a chance. She's a beast, man. She comes out here and just keeps clicking them off. We're on the uphills, so I'm stopping occasionally to catch my breath. Fewer than a week ago, but still having to stop here and there. Nice cool breeze coming up right now. Feels good. The woods are very quiet this morning. It's just beautiful out here. I think I'm seeing my first red squirrel. And he's gone. I guess that's one of the big things up here is that up here they're red squirrels. Yeah, I don't see him over there. Okay, I'm going to put this down for a bit.
In fact, I think I gotta try it. Well, first of all, I'm gonna get the picture, look it up, and sometimes what I do, vertical panorama. I love doing vertical panoramas. Let's see if this one comes out.
You have to teach me how to do that. I've tried to figure it out and I can't. This is so beautiful. I love this. All right, guys. Enjoy it with me. I bet that's some good water. All that moss, fast running, oh yeah. He's behind a tree. Should we yell out?
Is he still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Wait for a minute, see if it just, oh, there it goes.
There he goes. Our first bear, he is scooting along. That's a big one. He's going in the other direction. He's probably three times the distance that he was when I first saw him. I don't see him now, so.
Yeah, he seems to be going in the direction away from the trail.
Yep. Yeah. That's probably it. Yep. It's pretty cool. You see these rock walls that they used to be boundaries for the farmers. You know, it's hard to imagine, you know, with all these trees here. This used to be mostly farmland back in the day. I gotta admit, after seeing that bear back a little bit ago, definitely got my head on a swivel now. It was not a large bear, but it was not a small bear. Compared to the two I saw last year, where one was definitely a juvenile and the other one was definitely a full-grown adult, because that was a big sucker. This one was probably somewhere in between, so could have been a female, could have been just, yeah, who knows, but it was cool. I think he got a whiff of us and he hauled butt the other way. I hope it comes out on my video. We'll see, because it was a lot of trees between us and him, and the last time I saw him, he was moving away from us at a pretty good clip. But so far, days, we're just cruising. All right, looks like it's got a little steep downhill coming up. I'm gonna put this away. Hope you guys are enjoying this view today. It's pretty cool. We are. Look at all the ferns. This is just gorgeous. Just as far as you can see, these ferns. Love it. Gotta keep my eye on the trail. We're going not steep downhill, but steep enough that you hit a root or a rock, you're on your face, and I don't want to do that again so soon after yesterday. We've come, I'm guessing about 5.2, 5.3, something like that. I think we're going 10.8, so we're almost at the halfway point. It's still early in the day. But every now and again you run into sections like this where one species of plant just kind of dominates everything else. And in this case, it's beautiful ferns. I love it. The trail overall is pretty smooth, but you can see there's some rocks and some roots that you gotta watch for. Just goes on and on and on. It's beautiful. All right, my arm's getting tired. Just over 6 miles. And come out into this clearing. Awful pretty. Awful pretty. Just ran into a whole group of students from Yale. And they're out on a 2-day little camping excursion. It was fun to chat with them for a few minutes. Share some stories and tell them about the bear that they're heading toward. And it was fun.
Whoa. Stretching. Let's see. Well, I'll do this first. There's sweet tea.
Sweet tea?
Yes, that's hilarious.
Yep, I love it. Pretty cool. Nice little setup that somebody has here for hikers.
Yeah, it's mostly drinks.
That's all right. Love it. Good stuff.
That's what I want.
Another boardwalk across the marshy area. This one is probably the most rickety that I've been on the trail. But it keeps me out of the water, so it can be rickety if it wants. Yeah. This looks like fun. All right, I'm going to let you go. No.
It's okay because of the treads.
Yeah. I feel like a dog doing one of the competitions they do.
Like this teeny little stretch. That's right.
One little boardwalk.
Little baby boardwalk. Might be the same kind of tree that was blooming at the entrance at
I think so. It looks like it.
Yeah. All the petals on the ground.
Our last water source before we get to camp. There's no water near our camp, so we have to fill up here and carry a little extra for camp tonight. We've come just short of 10 miles, I believe. We've got another, maybe almost a mile to go, but we're getting there. So we've stopped for the night. The stealth site that we were hoping to get was just, it was not good enough for what we needed. It had overgrown. The last word we got that it was a good campsite was probably from 2 years ago, and yeah, it was no good. So we kept going, and hoping I don't get out here and get lost. Nope, good. Massachusetts, you're dropping the ball on blazes. I can tell you that right now. You're nowhere near as good as Connecticut, and you're starting to drop down the list. Where we're camping, we have 0 service. So right now I'm hiking back up toward the road that we passed to see if there's anything there. Right now, not looking good. The other part is that, of course, because we're at a stealth site, there's no bear box, or I have to do my bear hang, which is okay. But I mean, you see all these trees, not a damn one of them have a good spot to hang your bear back. It's got to be a certain height off the ground, a certain height below the limb that it's hanging on, and a certain distance from the tree that limb is on. I think we've come probably a little over 11 miles. We're somewhere right around 11 miles. I'll figure it out for sure here in a little bit. But tired. Took another fall today. Not a good fall. I mean, not hurt, but so weird, man. I mean, this shit it sneaks up on you. Stepping over a log. The other side, there was some mud. It didn't look horribly slippery. But what happened is, as soon as I stepped over the log with my left foot, and as soon as I lifted my right foot, my left foot slipped. It caused my right foot to hit the log, and I did a header. It would have been interesting to get a picture of that, because I was hanging almost upside down, and I needed a navigator to give me a hand to get me up. But yeah, it's we're out here. But I'm gonna walk up to the road. I can't remember how far it is. It's not far. Go up here and see if I can get any kind of service. And all right, keep going. The place where we're going to camp is right next to a stream, which is good or bad, depending on how you look at it. Just depends on how much a breeze there is. If there's a good breeze, the mosquitoes and the bugs, which are starting to get really bad, we'll leave those alone. If it doesn't have a good breeze, we'll pretty much be locked inside our tent in the morning. Now, if you notice, I got this funky contraption on my head. It's a head net, because earlier the bugs were so bad that they were just swarming us, and it's flies, it's mosquitoes, it's got every kind of flying bug that you can find. I'm gonna turn you off for just a second and just check service here real quick. So you see what we got.